Hello my dear children, welcome to English class. I hope you all are safe at your places. Today in this class we will be learning about the chapter My Early Home by Anna Sewell. This story is from your English course book. So children, now let's begin. This story is being narrated by a black horse whose name is Black Beauty. He is telling about the different kinds of behaviors he has received from his masters from his childhood to his adulthood. So children, now let's read. This story has been taken from the novel Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. The narrator is a handsome black horse named Black Beauty. He spends his early childhood in a pleasant meadow where he is treated with kindness. So children, his young adulthood or childhood has been very much pleasant. He used to live in a meadow. Okay, what do you mean by meadow? Meadow means an open field where animals go to graze. It's an open field filled with grasses. Okay, so then he is sold and he has many different masters, some kind, some cruel, some foolish. The story brings out how animals like human beings have feelings and that they ought to be treated with love and affection. So children, I hope you all love animals, isn't it? We should not behave badly with anyone, not even the animals, not even the trees, because all of them have feelings within them. If we get scolding from our elders, we feel bad, isn't it? Similarly, all the animals also feel really bad if they are treated badly. So, behave with kindness and politeness to all animals and human beings as well. Okay, now let's start reading the story. The first place that I can remember well is a large pleasant meadow with a pond of clear water in it. So this story, as I told before, is being narrated by a black horse whose name is Black Beauty. So he is telling that his childhood was very pleasant. He used to live in a side of a meadow and there was a pond of clear water near the meadow. Some shady trees leaned over it and rushes and water lilies grew at the deep end. Over the hedge on one side we looked into a plowed field and on the other we looked over a gate at our master's house. So children, what do you mean by hedge? Hedge means a line of small trees. Okay, it's a line of bushes. So he is saying that where he used to live in beside the meadow, there was a line of small bushes. It looks really nice, filled with greenery and so many trees and cold breeze coming from the clear pond. So it was a beautiful scenario altogether where he used to live in his childhood. He used to see his master's gate from one side and there was a meadow on the other side. So it was very pleasant scenario. Okay, now let's move forward. At the top of the meadow was a plantation of fir trees and at the bottom a running brook with steep banks. So children, here he is saying that at the top was a plantation. What do you mean by plantation, children? Plantation means growing a particular kind of crop at a particular area. If there are different kinds of plants and crops growing at a particular area, then we cannot say that it is a plantation. But if only one kind of crop is grown in a particular area, then that is known as plantation. Okay, next, what do you mean by brook? Brook means small stream of river. So here he is saying that there was a small stream of river also, and it had steep banks. Steep means slanting, so anyone could sleep very easily from that steep banks, okay, into the small brook. Now, while I was young, I drank my mother's milk, as I could not eat grass. So children, here Black Beauty is saying he was really small to eat grasses. We know that horses are herbivorous animals and they eat only grasses. So here he is saying that he was too small to eat grasses, so he used to have his mother's milk, okay. In the daytime, I ran by her side, and at night I lay down close by her. When it was hot, we used to stand by the pond in the shade of the trees, and when it was cold, we had a nice warm shed near the plantation. So children, he is saying that he enjoys his mother company a lot. He used to run by her side in the daytime, and he used to have a very good bonding with his mother, okay. When it used to be hot, they used to stand beside the pond under the shade of the trees, and they used to get cold breeze out there, and they used to enjoy that very much. Then when it was cold, he used to go under the shed which was given by the children. Let's read ahead. As soon as I was old enough to eat grass, my mother used to go out to work in the daytime and come back in the evening. So children, here Black Beauty is saying that since he was very small and he could not eat grass, so his mother used to stay with him for feeding him. But as soon as he grew up old enough to have his food on himself, like he used to eat grasses and all, so he was older enough to eat the grasses. His mother used to go out for work in the daytime and come back in the evening. After coming back, they used to have a good time together, okay. There were 6 young colts in the meadow besides me. They were older than I was. Some were nearly as large as grown-up horses. So children, here Black Beauty is saying that beside him there were other 6 colts staying in that meadow. So what do you mean by colts? Colts means young male horses, okay. Young male horses are known as colts. So besides Black Beauty, there were 6 other colts staying in that meadow. So according to Black Beauty, they were not colts, but they were older enough to be called as horses, okay. They were grown up colts, so they could be called as horses. Next, I used to run with them and had great fun. We used to gallop together round and round the field as hard as we could go. What do you mean by gallop, children? Gallop means to run fast. As we all know that horses are one of the most fastest running animals, isn't it? So they love to run fast. Here also Black Beauty is saying that he used to enjoy running fast with his friends, with his colts, other 6 colts who were living with him in that meadow. So he used to run with them, he used to gallop with them round and round in the whole field, and he used to enjoy his time very much, okay. Sometimes we had rather rough play, for they would frequently bite and kick. As the other colts were grown up already, so they were stronger enough, but Black Beauty was still young and not so strong. Still they used to have some rough play, okay. Rough play means they used to bite and kick and push each other. So it was a rough play where you can get hurt, right? So here Black Beauty is saying that apart from having enjoyment, running in the field, galloping together, they used to have some rough play also at times. Okay. So children, I hope this lesson is clear to you till now. Next day we will be continuing with this chapter ahead. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.